What's up guys, I'm coming up with something rare today, a Sunday review. Usually I don't do Sunday reviews, I like to unwind a bit on this day, as you do, but this movie made me want to watch it really badly, so I decided, what the hell, I'm going to make a video of it. By the by, I'm the movie guy, and this is my review for The Mustang. Roman is a violent convict. He has been in isolation for quite some time now. He gets transferred to another prison, which has an interesting program that he gets enlisted in. While Mustangs are transported to this prison so that the inmates can receive rehabilitation therapy through the training of the horses. Roman is only there to do maintenance work. However, after the head of the program, named Miles, sees that Roman is interested in horses, he signs him up for more than just maintenance work. Now, Roman has the most aggressive horse in the yard to break, Marquise. This movie is not quite a slow burn, but it does have a pretty slow pace. It's a drama film that features a character that is pretty hard to like. He is an anti-hero all the way. It's also a story about a human's bond with animals, in this case horses. It's also a redemption story for Roman. The therapy works well for him as he starts to let go of his violent ways and tries to repent for some of his sins. I like how the process of breaking in the horses feels gradual and not forced. Roman doesn't know anything about horses, so he is taught, and at first he fails, then he gets a little better, and then he starts making progress. It entertained me to see how stubborn the horse was. Roman was trying to touch him so he can ride him, and the horse always moved away from him, and it frustrated the hell out of Roman. In the end, both the horse and the rider are very much alike, just like advertised by the slogan, "Untamed souls, kindred spirits." Towards the end of the movie, another plot starts with Roman's cellmate, who was part of a gang, forcing him to smuggle ketamine, which is a horse tranquilizer, from the horse program. Roman basically has to do it, and then it all boils down to a race war. I didn't really like it, mostly because the story felt unfinished. It didn't really lead to anything, so that was disappointing. This movie is no comedy by any means, but it does have two really good jokes. The first one, Roman has a visitor in prison, his daughter, but he doesn't know which one of the visitors she is, and he goes to the wrong table. It was funny because in movies, the characters always know where to go. And the second one of the prisoners enlisted in the program, a Mexican, learns that the horse usually go to Border Patrol officers, to which he tells the horse, "If you see my cousin, run the other way." It was hard for me to like the protagonist, and I think a lot of people are going to feel that, and that's because the character really has a personality, but it's a bad one. Roman has anger problems, really bad anger problems. He turns violent in a flash, he screams at his daughter when she visits him in prison, he beats up Marquise, the horse, because he ran into him, he screams his lungs out because he won't listen to him. This guy didn't do things that made me like him, but it did set the stage for a redemption, and it was pretty sweet. It's time for me to drop some knowledge, guys. There is a character in this movie named Tom who actually participated in this horse rehabilitation therapy program in real life, and he actually has the record for the top selling horse, which was $8,500. There is a scene where a horse, Marquise, gets hit by Roman, but the American humane monitored the animal action and no animals were harmed. And this movie is based on a short film also made by the director of this movie, Laure de Clermont-Tonnerre. I hope I pronounced that correctly. The short film is named Rabbit. One of my favorite actors received top billing for this movie, Matthias Schoenaerts. This guy doesn't get as much credit as he deserves. He can play the character of Violent Man perfectly. Whether he has to intimidate or cry, the guy is perfect for the job, and he had to use all of his tricks here, and he utilized them well. Bruce Dern is also in this movie, and he is very charismatic and impressive. My favorite scene is the one where Roman apologizes to his daughter for his mistakes. Not only is it shocking to hear why Roman got sent to jail, but it turned into a very sensitive scene. Roman, who was addicted to drugs, got mad at his wife for flushing away his drugs. They started yelling at each other. She hit him, he hit her, and he couldn't stop until he left her invalid. What a protagonist to have, right? Seeing the remorse on his face, him crying, his daughter's face, it was a very well worked scene. This movie did have an emotional impact, but I expected it to have more of it. The drug plot was left unfinished, the ending felt a bit off. I don't know, I wanted something different. It wasn't a bad ending, it's just that they could have come up with a better one. It made this movie waste its potential a bit, but it was still pretty entertaining. For my alternative pick, if you want to watch a redemption film, why not watch the one which IMDb picked as the best movie of all time in Shawshank Redemption? You wouldn't be wrong to pick it. So, my rating for the Mustang is 3.5 stars.